All right, class, we're on 4.6, subject questions and non-subject questions. This is page 103 page. I'm going to explain how subject questions and non-subject, which is the object, questions are made. So I'm going to point out the biggest thing to look for when we do this, okay? So for me, I want you to always look at the verb, because remember the verb, what's in front will tell us the subject, what's in back will tell us the object, right? So what name follows Maria? Okay, so they're asking about what name. And then the answer is Nate follows Maria. So here's my verb. So this is a subject question because the answer says Nate follows Maria. So here's the subject. What name follows Maria? Next one, who chooses names for hurricanes? So right here, here's my subject, who. The answer starts with subject. The committee does. To make the answer shorter, because you could say the committee chooses names for hurricanes. And that makes the sentence very long. If you remove this, it would be the committee chooses names for hurricanes. But in English, American English, we like things short, so the committee does. So when we look at the question, if it says whose name follows Maria, we want this answer, who, or what name, right? What name follows Maria? We want this answer, what name? So we want the subject answer, Nate follows Maria. When I say who chooses names for hurricanes, I want to know who. That would be the same as the subject. Subject, subject. Oh, I forgot my C there. The committee does. So now we're going to look at how these similar questions can be used to ask for a non-subject question, which is the object. All right, let me explain the second part. We're going to go to the non-subject questions. Which? Object. Object is after the verb, okay? These questions, when they talk about the object, always uses do or does. When we're not talking about the subject of the sentence, we're talking about the receiving, the object. And this is how you know in the answer or the question. Who do you know? So they're asking me the question, who do you know on the committee? So here, right here, we have the verb. And the question that they're asking you is, who do you know? They're asking you about the committee. Who do you know on the committee? So my answer, because they're asking me, the subject, I don't know. That's the verb. And they're asking about who, the committee. So it's you answering. I don't know anyone on the committee. You don't have to, oh, that's not a question. You don't have to write all this. You can just say, I don't know anyone. Or you can say, I don't know anyone on the committee. So when we do a non-subject question, which is the object, they will ask you about the object, which is after the verb. I don't know, and then the answer's at the end. So you will use do or I don't know, or I do know. So you will use this a lot of times as your answer as well. So you can do who are your parents? Well, that one's still after the subject. So let me see. No, that's who do you like? Let me try to figure out another who. Who went to the store? Store. So if I ask you a question about who went to the store, is the answer going to be about the store, or the answer is going to be about who? Right? This one says, who do you know, here's the verb, on the committee? The answer is asking for the object. So then you have to use do, I do, or I don't, or he does, or he doesn't. But if you look at this question, who went to the store? Is the answer the store, Walmart? They want to know who. I went to the store. So that is about the subject. And it does not have do. When you ask about the object, it will always have do. So let me write another one for do, besides the one in the book. Here's another one. I'll do. I'll say, who do you like? Okay? Who do you like? So is this who? Is it about who do you like? It's about like, right? Who do you like? Who do you love? Right? I want to know who and love. I want to know that person, right? So you can say, I love Tom. Okay? Now, it doesn't always have the answer do, but a lot of times it will say, I do. Okay? So remember, when it comes to the question, are they asking about the subject or are they asking about the object? So here's the bottom one. They're using does. Why does the WMO use, here's the verb, names? So do they want to know about the names or do they want to know about WMO? Why does WMO use names? They want to know about why names. That's all they want to know, why names. So here we go. It, WMO, uses names because they are easy to remember. This answer does not have do in there. A lot of times, if you can make a short answer like I do or he does, you can, or you can make a long answer because it needs one. So remember, if the answer comes after the verb, you will use do's or do. If it's about the object. If it's about the subject, like who do you love? Who do you love? I'm talking about who. He loves her. So I'm talking about he. Okay? So let me write, let's use that simple one before I go on to the next. We'll practice because sometimes this can be confusing. So you can say, who do you love? So I want to know who and love. Who do you love? So my subject would be I love Tom. Oops, he should be capitalized. Tom. It doesn't have do, but I love Tom. The answer is about Tom. Because I'm asking you, who do you love? Okay, who are you, who and love? Okay, I love Tom. And then you can say, let's find another who question. I'll use past tense because sometimes it's hard to think of one. Who went to the store? Who went to the store? So here's who. Here's my verb. Right? Who went to the store? They want to know the who. They don't want to know about the store. So they want to know a name, like Sarah, Tom. So the answer will start with the subject. Sarah went. You can just write this, Sarah went. That's short. Or you can say Sarah did. Who went to the store? Sarah did. If you want to make a long sentence, you will write the whole thing. Sarah went to the store. Okay, it will take practice, but remember, when we're talking about the non-subject, the object, it will always use the word do. When we're talking about the subject, it will probably just have the verb who went, you know, or what name follows. They will not use the word do. They will use some other verb to talk about the subject. When they want to talk about the object, the non-subject, it will come after. They want the ending. Who do you love? So they want to know about love. Who is this person? All right, let's move on to the next one.